During the prohibition in Toledo, Ohio, this guy, really charismatic gangster named Jack Kennedy, he got his hands on the old Soldiers and Sailors Club in downtown Toledo. He remodeled it. He gave it a 50-foot bar, made it with six bartenders, made it a really plush nightclub. It was on the upper floor of 512 Superior Street. He renamed it the Studio Club. And it was all the place to be. I mean, he catered to socialites, politicians, millionaires, newspaper people came there. So Tommy Licavoli and his brother Pete were the local Mafia guys, bootleggers who planted the flag in Detroit and Toledo, and they wanted the bar and they wanted Kennedy's business. So Tommy Licavoli had been released from a Canadian prison in 1930, and he went and saw what's going on in Toledo. He thought, I got to have this. And he went and saw Kennedy. Kennedy just wouldn't cooperate. He said, I don't need you guys. What do I? The Licavoli was intimidating, and he was brutal, and he was widely disliked in Toledo. He was a thug. And it became fashionable for Toledoans to support Kennedy in this dispute. They'd just go get beer at Kennedy's bar because they just didn't like the other guy. Kennedy then started to undersell Licavoli beer. He's charging 15 cents for a glass as opposed to Licavoli's 25 cents for a glass. That's a lot more than it sounds, especially in the 30s when things were just going to turn bad. In July, the Depression was around the corner. So on July 17th, 1930, Kennedy and his beautiful girlfriend, Audrey Rawls, they walked into a grocery store by a lake, I understand it. Kennedy was relaxed. He left his bodyguards back at the house. They went out for a nice summer walk. The grocery store owner told police that he heard shots. This is a quote. The first thing I knew was when someone grabbed me, put his hand across my mouth and shoved me away. Then I heard a shot. I thought someone had tossed a firecracker. Then another shot. By this time, I had been shoved several feet away. I screamed and covered my face with my hands, but I saw them shoot. It all happened so quick that I can't describe it. I heard 5 or 6 shots, perhaps 8. I tried to keep from looking, but I couldn't help myself. Oh, they held a gun so close to his head, and they just kept shooting. Wow. So Licavoli told the sheriff he had been in Detroit, he didn't know nothing about nothing. He had gone to his father-in-law's funeral. His father-in-law was Joseph Morcia. I did a tape on these guys. Lips Morcia and Joe Misery Morcia, his sons. Licavoli was arrested for conspiracy. Eventually, people were pretty outraged by this. They arrested Licavoli for conspiracy to commit murder of Kennedy and a lot of other people. So he was convicted in 1934 and sent to prison. He served a lot of the sentence, but he was released by a governor on a hardship thing. There was a big stink about that, but he got